Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Whiska Chicks podcast. I am Suzie.
And I'm Amy.
And so, hey, today is Thanksgiving 2023. And so we're not talking about turkey today. We're going to talk about gratitude. I'm not a big Thanksgiving person. I don't really like turkey, and we're not going to get into the other reasons why, but I am someone that values gratitude every day, and it's something that I know Amy and I have been working on for years now, just to be in the more of a mindset of gratitude for manifesting and whatnot. But we're going to talk about ways that you can incorporate this into your life and really just get it stuck there so that you can literally live a life of gratitude. So
yeah, because I feel like Thanksgiving Day comes around and all of a sudden everybody's reaching out to everyone and saying, grateful for you, thankful for you. And yes, it is a day to give thanks, but really we should be doing that every single day of the year. It shouldn't just happen on Thanksgiving. So we wanted to talk a lot about just having an attitude of gratitude every single day of your life and how that can really impact how you manifest the positive things that you want to see come into your life, whether it be relationships, job, abundance, money, whatever. But that attitude of gratitude is so critical. Wake up every morning and exercise that.
True. And I think, we believe that the universe is always watching you and has your back. Same with your angels and your guides. And like, they're just literally like waiting for you to live this life. So they're like, finally, like now I can flow the abundance to you. But you have to do the work and you have to be in this mindset and present every day. And it really does strip away a lot of weight, stress, and negativity. And just kind of remembering that things happen for you, not to you. It took me so long to think that, to actually live that and think that, versus someone saying it to me and wanting to slap them because I was so like in that moment upset about something. But it's we're not here to suffer. We're here to live an authentic life, to follow our dharma, and to figure that out. That's what life is the figuring of that out, right?
And to resolve karma
from the past lives.
Yeah, learn your lessons and whatnot. But the important thing here is that you don't open the doors to receive what you'd like to see from your life and your relationships until you're grateful for what you have now, rather than projecting forward and focusing on what you don't have and what's missing. The magic here is being grateful for what you have and kind of shifting that mindset. And the more grateful you are for what you have, and the more you say, thank you, thank you, thank you 3 times every day, the more the universe will respond. It lets the universe know that you're open to receive, and you've kind of opened that door, letting the universe know, hey, yes, I have these desires and these visions, but I am so grateful for XYZ now, here and now. And shifting that makes a huge difference in what comes to you. It is magical in a way.
I mean, I feel like I've become someone that has gone from someone saying that shit happens to shift happens.
Just that alone will bring you so much.
Just that alone. I mean, I'm going to put that on a t-shirt, damn it. But it's so true. I mean, we wake up sometimes and, don't even look at what we have, that even the basic needs, like, do you have a roof over your head? Do you have water and food? and maybe a source of income, like even standing up and not falling over when you get up in the morning. Like, be grateful for anything that,
Yeah. And one thing that Suzie, that I've heard you say before that has just really impressed me is, I mean, I know you've had a lot of health
I've
challenges.
impressed you.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it made me think. I mean, you've had a lot of health
I
challenges.
just want to know that this might be the first I've heard you say that.
Really?
I'm just giving you crap. No.
You're just not paying
Sorry.
attention to me. Just kidding. But so you've had your health challenges, and I'm sure we'll talk more about them on future podcasts or whatever as you see fit. But whenever you are experiencing pain, like in your arm, for example, that pain reminds you. You've said to me, you take a deep breath. I'm in pain, but you know what? I'm grateful, because if I weren't alive, I wouldn't be feeling this pain. I'm grateful for life. I'm feeling pain. I'm feeling this, so I'm grateful to be alive. That's what that means. And like something on the other end of the spectrum, living in Southern California, we have Santa Ana winds all the time. And we live in an area where there are a lot of trees. And the other day we had bad couple of days Santa Ana winds. I mean, and it's fall, right? There were leaves everywhere, piles, because we were having really strong winds. And rather than looking at like, oh my God, look at all this crap we have to clean up and all that, I looked at all the leaves on the ground, and then I looked at the sky, and I'm like, I'm grateful that there are trees around me. We have so many beautiful trees, and all those leaves on the ground just means that I'm surrounded by trees and nature. And I thought about Suzie and her reference to pain. I'm feeling pain because I'm alive. So it's shifting little things like that to something that might annoy you, shift it to a moment of gratitude.
Shift it from shift to shift.
Yeah, exactly. Get out of that. Shit, there's leaves on the ground. I'm feeling pretty. Shit, I'm in pain.
I'm feeling shifty today. I feel like shift.
But if you're, I have to take a shift.
I know. I got to take a big shift right now. Yeah.
But if you think, I don't like my job, I haven't got enough money, I can't find my perfect partner, I can't pay my bills, I think I'm coming down with something, he or she doesn't appreciate me, my life is a mess, blah, 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 you're not putting yourself in a position to open yourself to abundance and to receive from the universe. But if you shift instead of shit, and you say you think about what you're grateful for, like, I love my job, my family is supportive, I had the best vacation, I feel amazing today, I got the biggest tax refund ever, I had a great weekend camping with my, whatever. It just, for all these little things, just be positive, find a way to find gratitude in everything rather than negativity and what's wrong. Now, we're all human. We're all at, sometimes we are going to go the shit route rather than the shift route. So, but catch yourself and just say, whoa, how can I turn this around and find something positive that I can be grateful for in the situation?
That's part of the point to all this too, is the catching of yourself doing it.
Yep.
And I don't know, I just feel like sometimes also when we're so like overwhelmed and stressed out and thinking like I don't have a corner of my life where I'm happy, I don't know, sometimes I feel like that's the universe like, well, you need to change some stuff. Like I'm not nudging you, now I'm pushing you to be like, you need to shift and change and look for more opportunities, because this is not something that's serving your highest good, and it's going to keep happening. You're going to keep having these feelings in the interim. So I shouldn't say that. First, I want to say, like, when you decide, like, okay, so oh my God. Yeah. Let me backtrack. So I'm so excited about what I'm about to say. I can't even pull it together. So I was recently
I'm excited too.
it's not really that exciting. But, recently I was working in one grocery store location, and then I found out that we were going to be opening a new location across town. And I was increasingly unhappy in my current position within the same company and didn't see a way out. It was stressing me out. I was gaining weight. I wasn't sleeping. I was feeling like crap. And then all of a sudden I was just like, literally, it was like, if this is not for my highest good, then I want some open doors. Like, let's do this. I'm ready to do this. And then all of a sudden, that's exactly what happened. And I found a new position at the new store. I am blissfully happy there. Everything, it's a lateral move in terms of position, but I'm in a different department in a brand new store. My commute is easier. I literally dropped like 7 or 8 pounds in the 3 weeks I've been there, and nothing's changed with my eating. But I believe that it's just happiness and stress. And every day I wake up, and even though my job is physically taxing, when I'm there, I'm happier. And is it a job I want the rest of my life? No, but for now it works for me. But the point is that I listened and I saw the signs and I took the leap of faith and I asked, like, then help me. Universe, guides, angels, like, help me, guide me. I want to do better. I want to feel better. And then boom, it just freaking happened.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I made the decision to sell my vehicle at the end of March, and I've been hoofing it ever since. And, with the help of Uber and Lyft here and there. But now it's like my life is a lot more simple, and on my commute in the morning, like, I breathe fresh air, I listen to the birds, I see the leaves changing and falling. I live in the Pacific Northwest, so it's very beautiful here. And I don't know, like, I appreciate all of that. I'm so grateful for all of that, just to have like that 25 minutes of walking outside, it's like meditative. Where normally me 5 years ago would have been wearing headphones, being like, God, I hate this walk. I just want to get to work. But now I'm just like, oh man, I just feel so relaxed when I fall asleep on the bus, actually. Sometimes I'm so relaxed from doing that. And I'm so grateful for that, even though it's sometimes challenging and sometimes windy and pissing rain, I'm so grateful to have that experience. And some people think that's silly or simple, but it means a lot to me. That was a bit of a tangent.
But it's taking those just little steps, right? I mean, like getting up to exercise or do a workout or whatever you want to do, rather than getting up in the morning and saying, oh my God, I have to work out. Why don't you say, I get to work out today? I'm grateful for a body that holds me, that moves, my heart beats. I'm grateful to have a body that I can exercise. I'm grateful for this vessel, rather than, oh, I have to do it. So it's just, when you start shifting your way of thinking like that, and really finding moments to be grateful for every little thing, more abundance will come to you, especially if you make your desires and wishes known to the universe, and then you take that attitude of gratitude. The abundance will come. It will. I mean, you'll be amazed at the way things shift, because shift happens.
Shift happens. Yeah, I mean, and again, like, you and I haven't really started walking this talk, so it's probably like in the last 5 to 10 years, right? Within that time frame, that's a lot of life under our belt. And again, it comes from, we've talked about how we were raised, and so this will be another podcast. We will talk about it, but how you are raised and basically how you're programmed is not necessarily who you are. Like, that's for you to figure out who your real authentic self is. It's not necessarily the person that your parents raised you to be. they gave you life. Now it's up to you to figure it out, who you are and why you're here.
Right. And one of the biggest challenges is overcoming that nurturing, if that's the kind of nurturing you had, because we were nurtured by a parent that has a very can't do attitude, very projected into the future, worrying, fear mongering. I can't, you can't. So that's it. That's like ingrained in you as a kid, and it's tough, So it's not something that you switch overnight. Like Susie said, she and I have been, and we're still working on it to this day. I mean, you never stop, right? And you still have those human moments where you're like, God damn, we're at shit, Oh wait, shift, not shit, shift.
Shift.
Oh, shift. So it takes practice. It really does. But some kids are lucky enough to be nurtured by a parent that has this type of attitude or this type of energy or vibe, but Susie and I weren't so fortunate, so we've had to kind of figure it out on our own, and thankfully we've had each other to do that, for sure. We've learned from each other.
I know Nana is the driving force behind the inspiration for this podcast and being true to ourselves, which is what we're doing by even doing this. But, we wanted to just kind of share so many experiences that we've had and so many tools that we've used to just sort of edify ourselves and fortify ourselves and nurture ourselves without someone else doing it, self-nurturing. Because, you're all you have. I mean, you can be surrounded by loved ones and, friends, family, partners, whatever. But at the end of the day, like, you are all you have. You're born into this world alone and you leave this world alone. And there's some shit you go through in life where no one's going to understand what you're going through. And you have to be able to do that on your own, because the experiences that happen for you were mapped out from the moment you came into this world. And it's just all about divine timing after that. So, Amy and I are free will, right? So it's all about your perception of things that are thrown at you and how you respond and don't react to it, like taking the emotion out of it and really breaking it down and being like, okay, well, why is this happening? So I'll just spit this out here because we'll probably talk about it later. But I had breast cancer 10 years ago, and it was a surprise diagnosis because our mom had breast cancer in 2009. And so, I just started getting mammograms at age 37, and at 41, boom, there it was. And it was a surprise, but it's so funny. Like, people always ask me, like, gosh, what was it like for you when you found out? And I said, I actually laughed. I was laughing. And, I was playing Candy Crush while I was waiting for the doctor to come in. That I had cancer, but I literally, like, when the ultrasound tech left the room to go get the doctor, I literally, like, laid there and I was like, are you effing kidding me? Like, I totally have cancer. This is insane. But I wasn't upset or anything. I just sort of like took it out because it wasn't my first medical experience. I've had a lifetime of medical anomalies and stuff happen to me, but my naturopath calls the cancer the proverbial 2x4 in the back of my head. And it's so true, because in the last 10 years, all I've done is get to the point where I'm at now, where it's like, and I don't even like saying I'm a survivor. I just think that sounds so stupid, because everybody survives everything. Like, if you make it through the day, that's freaking surviving, in my opinion. True. So I just, like, cancer was a catalyst for me to really, really focus on that each day is a gift. I almost got emotional there. And that, each day you get after that is a gift and a chance to just, like, grow and evolve and appreciate your life while you're here and follow your path and make the most of it. That's all cancer did for me. It left me with some physical liabilities too, but, I never have to wear a bra again. So, hey, that's pretty awesome. But, I'm like, my friends called me the cancer clown. Like, it's not that I didn't take it seriously. It's not that I didn't have a brush with mortality and am I going to die and all. I mean, but frankly, like, anybody that almost gets sideswiped by a car, could be like, oh my God, I almost just died. That same feeling, but life experiences can change you, like a disease diagnosis, a birth, a death, a marriage, like anything like that can change you, and so the world is just a crazy place, and we should just be grateful to be here every day. So
yeah, and whether it's
I'm not special. This is just my story.
oh, you're special.
Oh,
but I mean, whether it's
you heard it here.
I mean, whether it's a medical diagnosis, you get laid off from your job, whatever, there is a reason and a purpose, and where one door closes, another opens, or window, whatever you want, how you want to look at it. And the moment you can take a deep breath and just know that this is happening for some sort of higher purpose, and it will reveal itself in time. And as long as you stay open to receiving that, continuing to be grateful for what you do have, it will happen. The abundance will come one way or the other. The abundance will come. There's always a plan, right? And if you're feeling like you need some practice at this gratitude thing, there's a great book that it's an easy read, and it's actually mostly 28 days in a row of gratitude exercises to kind of reprogram your brain around gratitude. It's a great book. Suzie and I will link it. I have it, and I've dabbled with it, and I think it's super helpful, especially, and I go back to it time and time again when I'm feeling a little down and I need a little boost in my my gratitude practice. But it's called The Secret, the Magic by Rhonda Byrne. And like I said, it gives you 28 days of exercises to do, and they're simple, but they're life-changing. And so we'll link it for you. And
yeah, and Rhonda Byrne she's an Australian author, and she has a series of books that you can delve into. She's got, I think, five or six of them, and The Magic is the third one. And in the link we're going to put, you can get the physical book, or even more recommended is the audio book. And I think it's a really good time of year to do exercises like this, because we're about to turn into 2024. And, it's sort of like when you quit doing something like smoking, where they say, like, after 30 days, like, it's out of your system. This is basically the same thing. She gives you 28 days of daily gratitude exercises, and by the time you're done with it, you basically self-brainwashed yourself in the best way possible. And
you've changed a behavior, you've changed an attitude, essentially.
Yeah. I mean, and it really, again, like we've talked about this in previous podcasts, where, it very much is like your mind is so powerful. I mean, think about how easy it is for you to talk yourself into that negative crap. Right. And so you have to like reverse that and literally rewire your brain, so that when that same triggering information comes through, it goes through the new wiring and it bypasses your old self and into your higher self, and your life freaking changes. I don't mean to sound preachy and weird, but I'm just telling you, like, Amy and I are living proof. Like 10 years ago, when you and I talked on the phone, we would just be like, it was basically like a therapy session of like just barfing on each other about how miserable we were and unhappy. Like, eggs, right? Other episode, eggs.
Yep.
And then all of a sudden, like, I don't even remember when the shift happened, but we literally, like, we have like some spiritual advisors that we use. We have like decks of cards that we use. We're going to share all these things with you guys, because they're tools for you, yourself, and you to help you grow and evolve. But then we started sharing all that, you know, and our dreams started getting like crazy. And so then Amy and I realized more than ever, like, wow, we're like these really cool, sensitive, empathic, connected beings. Like this is the people and the souls that we are. You know, your soul has many lives prior to the one that it's in, and you bring all that crap with you into this conscious life that you're in now, which is your karma, right? And that's like history repeating itself in its sense, and it's in a sense. So it's for you to figure out what your dharma is, your your purpose and your path in this life. And so, you know, here's Amy and I in our 50s, and we're just figuring out like, hey, we kind of want to be like these creative teachers in the world, like sharing stories with people and just see what happens. I mean, if anything, it makes us happy to do it. So, and that's truly why we're here. And then Nana spits out, be true to yourself, and boing, like, like, you know, the stars align perfectly.
Yep.
That was a good tangent right there. Whoo.
That was a great tangent.
Thanks.
So today is a day where we tend to express thanks. So why don't we make every day a day where we wake up and express thanks? And
Are you giving homework right now?
I am.
Okay. So you need to specify that.
I will. I'm on my way. So let's, at least for the remainder of the year, let's practice waking up every morning. And matter of fact, exercise number 1 or day 1 of the book that we just referenced, The Secret to Magic, is to list out 10 things that you're grateful for. And it can be anything. It can be the ocean, the clouds. It can be the fact that you woke up and you have another day. It can be gratitude for anything. But between now and the end of the year, let's see if we can wake up every morning and express gratitude before we get out of bed. Just verbalize it to ourselves. Or you can grab the book and start really working on it and do the exercises for 28 days and really become have it be ingrained in your being, and it'll just come naturally to you. And I'm talking about levels of gratitude where, like, when I start expressing gratitude for something now, I almost always tear up. I end up crying, and it's not sadness. It's just, I feel it so deeply. And if you can get to that point, you know, where you really feel your gratitude at your core, it is an amazing feeling. So, but as far as the Whiskey Chick homework is to wake up grateful, express gratitude every day rather than just Thanksgiving Day.
Yeah, we're not talking turkey. Anyway, that's great homework. That's livable, fantastic homework. All right, well, we're going to end it here for today. We want to thank you all for joining us. We are so grateful that you're here with us. And, you know, yeah, we're just really grateful. I don't even know what else to say. I'm going to get emotional. So I'll stop talking, and we'll end it here with what Nana said.
Be true to yourself.